A flat lock can be kind of a fun decorative stitch, and you can use it kind of on the right side or you can use it on the wrong side depending on how you put your two pieces together. Sometimes it's used to add pieces. It makes it look like you're serged in the middle of the fabric when you actually have not. It's a great place to add laces and just kind of an all-round fun stitch. I'm sure somebody was stitching with their tensions all messed up and went, hey, this looks like it could be a stitch. And now we have a flat lock. So here's what we're going to do. We've actually removed the right needle and the right needle thread. So we have the outside needle and then our two loopers to adjust tensions, because that's actually how it needs to work. To make it open up, you need the needle threads to be completely loosened. So just remember, needle threads are going to go all the way to 1, the least amount of tension possible. And our lower looper, we need to kind of tighten it up a little bit, somewhere in that 6 to 7 range. Let's just go ahead and go there. And that should work for threads that are nicely balanced. If you have your decorative thread in, which would usually be in the upper looper, I'll show you how this is going to look. That's where you might have to adjust for that decorative thread. So if I put a decorative thread in, the machine doesn't know I've done that. So you want to go ahead and loosen that tension, allow for the thickness to go through. But since it's regular thread, we're going to just leave it at normal. So you can actually cut something off. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, I can't cut it off. Well, you can, because the stitch will hold the two layers together. So when you look at the stitch, you're going to notice on the front side, it's going to look like a regular 3-thread overlock, but a wide version because we've got the left needle in. But on the back side, what we have is our needle thread is showing greatly. There's no seam, which means when you go to open it, and this is the fun part, you can peel it open and it flattens out, hence the name Flatlock. And the more you have that loosened up, the flatter it falls. All right, so here's what the top side. I mentioned there's 2 ways you can actually do this. So if you wanted this to be the pretty side or add some glamour thread in there, you can go ahead and put that in the upper looper. That's all you'd need it to be. But on the other side, you could actually have this being on the side that shows, and those almost kind of look like a ladder stitch. I've even done this where I've put variegated thread in my needle, and then each of these are a different color. This is also where you sometimes see people weaving ribbon every 2 or 3 little stitches. Lengthen that out and you can create a really neat pattern in that. You just need to put your fabrics different together. So here, if you want this to show, you need to actually place your fabrics wrong sides together, and then it will open up on the right side. If you wanted to have this show, you're going to do it like normal, wrong sides together, and they'll open up, and then this will be on the right side. So you have to kind of plan ahead which stitch you want and then which way you're going to place your fabrics before running them through the serger. So just remember, a little bit less on the lower looper and all the way less on the needle thread.